but I'll just call that Bible school for sure. I'll just call it School for Jesus. Have you ever been to a School for Jesus? My mom always made me dress real nice since it was at church and all. But well, that School for Jesus was a change in people's lives, and they had us clapping and dancing, and sometimes we had to memorize these words that they said came from the good book. They were pretty good words and all. And we're at the end of that one. But they were pretty good words and all. It sure is a nice day. There was this time a couple of summers ago, and I went on a mission trip, and I didn't quite understand what a mission was, but my mama told me that you just get a hammer and you get on the bus. Of course, I did what my mama said, because I always do what my mama said, and because she knows best. And she told me to go door to door and handing out these bottles of water, and she said people would like water, and I can't believe they didn't have any water, but I gave them some. And I went to this one house with this dirty sign that said beware something, and on the front it said something about dogs, but I like dogs. And Brenna.
Because we wrote it originally for Corey to be.
Okay.
Yeah, just keep going.
But Brenna and I always used to play with dogs in the neighborhood back in Henderson, Kentucky, and so I thought it would be a nice and friendly dog. But when I started in the gate and was knocking on that door, something jumped up and bit me on the buttocks. It was that dog. It came running after me, and it bit me on the buttocks, and so Brenna said, "Run, Forrest, run!" So I was running, but that dog, like I said, it bit me on the buttocks, But then Pastor John took me to the hospital to get my buttocks looked at. And there was a nice doctor there who looked at my buttocks. Just lots of ad-libs. And they told me that it was $1 million wound that bit me in the buttocks. And as that was, I see that red light. You can keep right on recording though. But they told me it was $1 million wound and I would get to go home, and I was going to give some of that $1 million to the church and all, but I haven't seen any of that. I haven't seen any of that $1 million yet, and that's when you leave. I sure do like missions. Don't you like missions? And that was the best summer of my life back then. I met the prettiest girl named Jenny, and we did missions together. And missions and Jenny was like peas and carrots. And Jenny was real nice to me, and she held my hand when I got bit on the buttock. But missions sure change people's lives, and so that they can know that they're going to heaven and all. And I think heaven's a pretty place to go. And Mama said the only reason that I got to go on the mission trip is because church people donated money for me to go, and that they sure do sound like nice people. And I think if I ever get my $1 million from getting bit on the buttocks, that I will send them their money back so they can help somebody else. But well, here comes the church bus, and I get to go back to that School for Jesus. Do you want to come to that School for Jesus? They're really nice people. I think they'll let you come. They'll help you too.
Okay.
I think that's all of of it. And
Y'all walk
so
off
then
together.
we get up and we go on that bus and we can wave at the pretty lady on the camera and say, hey.